How do you grow? This is another question relating to entrepreneurship. How do you grow that connection with the customer, or the stickiness with the customer, and keeping him loyal with the brand? How do you grow? Do you have monthly seminars, or how do you do? What's your educational tool? Saying that, fine,
kind of like, I'm not sure I understand that question.
Okay, like I want to understand, how do you keep the stickiness with the customer in terms of loyalty?
Well, again, it comes down to basic things: consistency, quality, and customer experience. That is loyalty. If you can get all these three
So
right.
Do you do any seminars or some sort of events in gyms where you go and educate people that,
No, well, obviously I'm doing a podcast now, which some people will watch. I do some stuff at universities. I personally do that. It's my passion. We have quite a lot of nutritionists that go to different offices and so on. But that's
I think there should be some free seminars at least the community part. I'm saying that if I'm a subscriber of your brand, of this meal, then at least on every month or I should get some knowledge on protein or intakes about protein, and what are the best stuff to eat.
Yeah, but
or something around the fitness part.
Yeah, but the thing is that there are so much information out there.
Yeah.
That as soon as you start looking for healthy food on Instagram, you will get a million hits on what to do, what A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And what we've found is that most people that goes on meal plan, they do that because they don't have the time and effort to get into the whole healthy lifestyle. They might get, after they start losing weight, say, wait, damn, this works. But it's if you narrow it down, buying a meal plan where you get all your meals and you have a specific target on muscle building or weight loss or whatever. Once you start experiencing the move, it's like, wow, I'm on this. I want to be healthy. But then they start researching. Most people, who's got time to go to a seminar?
It's online. I'm talking about online.
Oh, online, right?
Online. Like literally,
Well, we haven't really done any. Well, we have some.
Suppose I downloaded an app today, okay, and I registered, and I said, okay, let me go for the 8 weeks program, and my weight is almost 77, and I want to reach maybe 70. This is my goal. I gave the choices of my food. I told you where my allergic part is, and I have subscribed for the meal.
Yeah,
how do you monitor me that, after 8 weeks, or this, I should continue the stickiness with this, or have he achieved his goal? Where is the goal validation left?
So that depends on how you want to do it. So obviously we have nutritionists you can come and see in our office.
It's free?
Yes.
Okay.
But what we find is most people don't.
They don't?
No, because...
Are they aware?
Yes,
because I think maybe some are not aware as well.
No, for sure.
Because for me, this is new.
No, for sure. What we find is most people just weigh themselves because within the first 2 weeks, they'll start feeling a change. Depends on where your starting point is. If your starting point is McDonald's and Brianni's, then you'll get like withdrawal symptoms because you're not getting the same amount of carbs and so on. But most people, they don't actually use that because it's time. You have to go somewhere, drive somewhere. What we then do is we have nutritionists call them and ask them specific questions. Where's your weight? Have you weighed yourself? How you feel? Do you want to change anything? A, B, and C. That's also called, you call the stickiness. That's also how you create rapport.
That is something, it means I start feeling personalized with this brand.
For sure.
Because
at the end of the day, look, if you don't take care of the customer won't take care of you, right?
Yeah.
And there's no business without a customer.
Yeah.
So
you will not feel like he's a part of your company.
It's very important to make the customer feel that they are the center of your universe.
Also, making sure that he's aware that this is where we are. In terms of ordering the ingredients, or maybe this is where the transparency is. And if you see our food actually is not more than maybe 3 days or 4 days of shelf life, even after preservation. I think giving these small tips will increase the confidence of the buyer.
Yeah.
I think, and will say, and because on the other side, no company is doing that. So, and you're doing that. So I think that the stickiness will grow in that manner, I feel. I'm talking from my personal experience.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, the best feedback you can get is from your customer, right?
Yeah.
And that's the way you can change things, because when you're building a business, at some point you become blind. That's where you have to listen to your customer and see what's the feedback, and get feedback samples and interview and so on to see how you can make things better.
Yeah.
You know, if a business starts innovating and having a mindset that's growth, then they're soon going to be out of business. Blockbuster, Kodak, Nokia.
Yeah.
Now I just named
They
a
did
couple
not
of big
evolve.
ones.
Yeah.